Well, the reigning Champions League winners are in action tomorrow. Their most recent trophy was earlier this month when they won the FIFA Club World Cup. The German Giants have won every title this past year that they've been in contention for, and they're showing no signs of slowing down.
May 2012 was a bad month at Bayern Munich, coming off consecutive Bundesliga seasons, finishing behind Jurgen Klopp's Borussia Dortmund. The Bavarian Giants suffered a humiliating shock defeat at their home stadium in the Champions League final.
They've beaten Bayern in their own backyard.
And looking back, it's almost as if Bayern decided after that night to never lose again. In the next year's final at Wembley, Bayern took revenge on Dortmund, scoring late to crush Klopp, completing the club's first ever treble.
Bayern revenge! A surely one for Bayern Munich.
Hey!
Bayern also won the Bundesliga the following season, and the next, and the next. A record fourth straight German championship. Then a fifth, a sixth, a seventh. And after clinching their eighth in a row, they stormed back to the European final.
The German machine, faultless again. Kings of Europe, an incredible treble for the second time only in their history.
For most teams, replicating success year over year can prove impossible. But at Bayern Munich, the baseline is success.
Well, the baseline is success for Bayern Munich, but Jimmy, this was a Bayern Munich that was far from their best at the weekend. They lost 2-1 to Eintracht Frankfurt. And if you're Lazio, you're seeing teams have success against this Bayern Munich side. You know they've got a long list of injuries. Cracks are starting to show. So are you liking your chances?
I like Lazio's chances quite a bit in leg one. And one of the key reasons is Thomas Muller, him not being involved. He's such an important piece to that Bayern attack. He helps kind of bring it all together. He's the glue in a lot of different ways. And without him in the team, they've had Choupo-Moting in the last two games. It hasn't been that great. I see Javi Martinez might come back in, or they can push up Goretzka or Kimmich into that. So it'll be interesting to see what Hansi Flick does and decides to do with his starting 11. Obviously, they have the best number 9 in the world in Robert Lewandowski. He can win you a game by himself. He does need a little bit of service to get there, but ultimately he could do it by himself. With regard to Lazio, though, this is the perfect time to play Bayern. They're vulnerable. And I'm not surprised because they are the current holders of 6 trophies, and there's going to be some letdown. Like, what else do they have left to prove? And I don't think they have much. And so we saw them lose on the weekend. We saw them draw 3-3 with Arminia Bielefeld. Before that, they were down 2-0. There's something not right. And obviously Alaba wanting to leave, and now Niklas Süle potentially having contract issues with Karl-Heinz Rummenigge with Bayern. There's just a lot of stuff that's going on with them. And Lazio have won 8 out of 10. They've been playing very, very well. They had a big win on the weekend against Sampdoria, Claudio Ranieri's Sampdoria. They didn't give up a shot on goal. So they're coming in on good form. They got Ciro, the hero, Immobile up top, and they always have a chance when he's in the team. So I like Lazio to, at the very least, not lose this game, but to get a draw. If that all-important road goal does come from Bayern Munich, that gives them a chance, of course, in the second leg. But we're just talking about leg one right now.
Yeah, let's just settle down a little bit on the Bayern Munich criticism, all right? I'm going to go back to drinking my Kool-Aid with the Bundesliga. Right, listen, Bayern Munich are a phenomenal team, and what they have achieved under Hansi Flick is unbelievable. I mean, he has won everything. He's won every trophy that they've gone for, and you can't put that into even words right now, how successful he has been. However, today's press conference told me a story. His team might be a little bit tired. He's worried about the team being tired, especially over the last 2 games against Bielefeld and then Eintracht Frankfurt. Yeah, clearly, tiredness comes into play. These players are being asked to do so much. The schedule is tighter than it's ever been before. COVID-19 is still an issue. It's hitting Bayern Munich. Goretzka recently, and I think the right fullback, Pavard, just got it as well. So they've had a big problem with COVID-19 positive testing. But the problem with Bayern Munich is the same problem, Poppy, even going back to last season when they won the Champions League. Their defence is not good enough. Their defence is a problem for Bayern Munich, and eventually it will catch up to them. It did the last 2 Bundesliga games against Bielefeld, where they shipped 3 goals, and then against Eintracht Frankfurt, who were by far the better side for me. You can't rely on Lewandowski's goals and Bayern's offence all the time. Eventually, at some point, it will catch up with you, and if there is a stage where it will catch up with you, it's absolutely the Champions League.
Definitely agree. I agree, Ian, because at the end, these kind of teams, they've been in so much stress. I mean, these players have been under stress, trying to get results every single weekend with the pandemic situation. I'm not going to say that it's kind of similar what is happening to Liverpool, because Liverpool, of course, they are struggling, but they are having so many troubles at the back. And I think that for this German club, for Bayern Munich, is kind of similar. Of course, they have problems at the back. We've seen it last year. They were lucky because, well, not lucky. They are good because they are very good up front. So at the end, they concede many chances. They concede goals. But they know that at the end, in the last third, they're going to be better than the other team because they got so many good players up front. It wasn't at the weekend players on the wing. Nabry is not there. No problem. We got Coman. We got Sane. It's not Kimmich. It's another one. It's not Pavard. It's another one. It's Schule playing in the right side. So at the end, they got so much quality in the team. But is this German team, there scares me that even though that they are not in the best form, even though that they are not probably in the best moment of the year, they're going to perform again. The German teams, they always perform. And that's something that Lazio is going to have very, very, very careful with, because Lazio, yes, good form, fantastic from Luis Alberto, doing great this year. Ciro Immobile is up front, quickest than ever, but it's a German team, and you know that in Champions League, they always perform. So be careful, Lazio, because they are not there at the moment.
Absolutely. And for more on this match, Jonathan Johnson joins us now. Jonathan, as we're just saying, Bayern Munich, one of the heavy favourites this year. But as we've just been talking about, they've hit that dip in form as of late, and Flick's injury list just seems to be ever growing, with Tolisso being the latest addition. What can you tell us about how many players he does have unavailable for selection tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. So there is that growing list. I mean, we've mentioned Pavard, we've mentioned Tolisso, we've mentioned Goretzka. So obviously it's going to be a test of the strength and depth available to Hansi Flick. And I think as well, the other thing that we don't necessarily give enough credit to in terms of Bayern's struggles at this moment in time is you look at the gap between their final Bundesliga match before the Club World Cup and then them coming back and playing their first game domestically. After that, it was 10 days and there was 2 matches that they played in between those. So, you know, that's a massive, massive test, plus all the traveling that had to go in with that. And I think there is one other thing that potentially works in Bayern's favor in this situation now. Because of the points that they've dropped recently in the Bundesliga, that's opened up the title race there again, and that keeps Bayern in this competitive mentality. So they're going to feel now as a group that because of some of these absences, you know, missing out on somebody as influential as somebody like Thomas Müller as well, they're going to feel like it's the world against them almost at this moment in time. And I think that is potentially conducive to Bayern coming back and winning this game against a tough Lazio opponent.
Yeah, fantastic opponent. And I'll just jump on top of that as well for Bayern's point of view, what they can buy off. Borussia Dortmund struggled against Lazio, and you can learn a lot from that performance in Rome, where they got hammered on match day 1. I mean, they literally got hammered by a very, very good Lazio side, and you can expect much of the same. But also their assistant coach or attacking coach, Miroslav Klose, played at Lazio, so he knows a lot about going there. He knows a lot about this Lazio side, and he knows a lot about the spirit. So there's a lot to learn from that type of experience. The players, I'm absolutely guaranteeing, will have watched that Borussia Dortmund game and will recognise where they can be better.
Well, it's a good point as well, because, Jonathan, this is a Lazio side that's highly unpredictable. They're unbeaten in this competition so far. They've won 8 of their last 10. I mean, what do you think? Do you think they could be a dark horse? What are your expectations of them?
I don't necessarily think that they're a dark horse in terms of the overall title, but I definitely think they have the quality to knock out a team like Bayern Munich over 2 legs, particularly when you've got somebody like Immobile going up against that Bayern defence. I think it really depends on the occasion for Lazio. You know, it's been a long time since they've been in the Champions League quarterfinals, 21 years, you know, and they will want to make the most of this moment.